All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Check, 47. Yo.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch twist. Check 50.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Check three. Mike's 47. Bring it. Rush in.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Watch it. Check, 47. Hustle. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. Hey, I'm coming.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson.
Let's go.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. On 1st down, here's Love. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
47's the Mike. 47's the Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Redskins 7, Giants 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Finds the mic. Finds the mic. Here we go, D. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. 80 weapons. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, orbit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
Set, ready, 70, Indy. Okay, just like that, just like that.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. Catch made by Slayton. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch 6-6. Pull it high. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Now.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Go out. Go.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Jones now operating from the gun. That's complete to Slayton. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run forward with Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Jones. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
And 10 yards to go.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Chris Conley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Running to start the drive is Love. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Yeah. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Switch. It's free. Pick it up. Switch. Hey.
On second down now, it's Love. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 24. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
On first down, it's Love. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. On second down, Love. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Check. Lucky.
Snap comes in 1. Now Haskins. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Check. Hot route. Hot. Check it out. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, Charlie. Big trip.
Operating from the gun, Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go, set, 10 Lobo. I got one. Mike 5. Hey, Haywood. Watch the pass. Watch that.
From the 44, Jones, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike 5. Look at me. Go. Crunch. Hey. High 7.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's go. Finds the mic. Get it.
Jones to throw again. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Jones now operating from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go,
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Mike, 55.
Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side taken in by Slayton. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Undercrush. Under 10.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Set, ready? 30 base. Hey, Alpha. Mike 5. Mike 5. So we got man. Mike 5. Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 5. Bring it.
To throw on third down, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on first down. Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
36.
Here's Love again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Watch the eye. Check. General West. Hey, zoom.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 52. Protein spill. Check 24. Hey, wahoo! Hey, switch gears. Shift. Slam.
On the run, it's Fournette. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double time. 3 down.
Here's 2nd and 8. Finds his tight end Ingram. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Jones now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 25, check 25, check 43. Check. Ready?
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Ready, 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Fires the mic. Stay with it.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And Ingram hauls it in. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Jones now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Let's go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
65. Hey, Delta.
Jones throwing again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Go. Mike 5. Watch us left. 2.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On first down, this is Geis. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Haskins on third down. And he finds McLaurin. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
And the Redskins first down.
Check 26, check 26. 4-7's the mic, 4-7. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. 22, check, bomber. 22, check, bomber.
On first down, it's Love. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Watch the slants, watch the slant. Check 50, check 50. He's coming.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Love, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Wait. Hey, watch it, watch it. Check 24, check 24.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. Love. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, it's Love. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Washington.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, it's Gaints. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run with Geis. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case,
and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. Chris Conley. 84 yards as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. And instead of a looming overtime, things have changed dramatically. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
On first down, it's Love. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, come on. 47. Hey, watch your leg. Single.
Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Redskins, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.